Thought I'd do a quick video on Roblox. Look, I wasn't into Roblox until my daughter started playing it, and I started playing with her as well. And it's actually remarkably fun. There's a lot of good games. And one of the most fun is Raw High, the archery competition. I'm not too much into dressing up as a girl because I'm not a pervert, but the archery competition is fun. So if you go into it, just a quick little brief on tactics. A few things I do, I average the highest in the server every round. I'm not boasting, it's just the reality. The way I do it, take to flight, get high, see everywhere, and the moment you see the enemy, that is when you're on the alert. And you start blasting even when you're miles off, because you get a lucky hit on them. Now, what you want to do as well is change your altitude. Never stay at one height, because that's an easy shot. And never fly in a straight line. Zigzag, zigzag constantly. And constantly keep changing your altitudes. Keep banging the space bar. You drop down, press it again, you hover. And then so you're changing your trajectory in terms of the zigzag. You're changing your trajectory in terms of your altitude all the time. And all the time as well, you're putting those girls under fire. But the best tactic I can give you, if possible, and this is a World War One tactic. This is why the Germans at Jutland, yeah, they blew up a few of our battle cruisers, but they never came out of port again. Why? We crossed their T twice. Cross the girls' T. If you possibly can, cross the T. Which means is they're going sideways all in a row, and you just sneak around the outside, and every arrow you shoot catches a girl. Yeah, so you're blasting sideways into them. And that was how I won at Jutland. Basically, if Admiral Scheer had not run away, the German battle fleet would have been annihilated. And it's good tactics. So what you do is you take them in the flank. You literally, if you can, take a couple out at long range. But then, when they're all jumping forwards, bouncing along, just fall out the sky. One little click on the spacebar, fall out the sky, and then shoot sideways across them. You got like 4 girls in the team left because you've taken out 2 already, and just hit them sideways. You can't really miss, to be honest. And that's the way that every single round you come out as the best archer, which is what I do. It's not that I'm amazingly good, it's that I'm tactically astute. So that's that. A few words on Murder Mystery 2, which is also a game I play with my daughter, which is quite fun as well. So in this game, you're either a murderer, the sheriff, or you're innocent. So most people are innocent, they can't do anything. The sheriff has a gun. The murderer, it's his job or her job to slay everybody with a knife. You can throw in the knife, but it's obviously not as quick as a gun. And so if you're the murderer, best tactic, slay as many people as possible without anybody realising. So in secret, kill as many as possible. But what normally happens, you kill like 3, 4, whatever. And then the sheriff will brandish their gun because they're getting worried at this point because you hear over the sound people dying. You hear the sound of the knife going in, even though you can't see it. What you need to do then is just be innocent, just collect a few coins, zigzag around here and there, get close to the sheriff, then jump on him and stab him. And you need to be very quick with your fingers here, and it does take a bit of practice, but it's achievable for everybody. You jump on the sheriff and he's down, the gun's out. Now, any innocent can grab the gun and they can subsequently shoot you. And if you're a bit of a git, you can just like stay near the gun. And I don't do that, it's a bit crabby. You run away, you let people get the gun. Ideally, no one's even seen you kill the sheriff, but they may have done. But that's the tactic. So kill as many as possible secretly, and then you take out whoever can harm you, which is the sheriff. So you jump on the sheriff, kill him. And then, if possible, you herd all the innocents into a cul-de-sac and kill them all easily. In terms of powers, you can buy powers for coinage. I tend to go with the haste. It means you're 10% faster than people because you sometimes get an innocent that you're not quite fast enough. You get your knife out, you stab at them, you don't kill them. They've seen you and they've jumped away. And it's a real attribute to be faster than them because, they might get away for a second, but then you get them. So that's the power that I use. My daughter uses the one called the Ghost, which means you go invisible for a couple of seconds. and she's extremely good at ghosting me whenever we play 1v1. But, there's different powers and stuff. But yes, those are my tactics in those games. I've also been playing the game called Arsenal, which is quite fun. It's basically an arcade-style shoot-'em-up. And in that one, it's hard because it's totally different to the archery. And in the archery, you have to hit the centre mass. Basically, you're mostly playing against girls, and they have these big ball gowns on, but it doesn't count. You shoot them in the ball gown. You have to hit them centre mass, basically, like in real life. That's how you're trained to fire. And the same with murder mystery. You have to hit them in the body. If they have a weird appendage, like a big pair of wings or something, it doesn't count. They don't go down. Arsenal is very different. You have to literally, when you play it, aim your fire a good centimetre up on the screen. It's a real change. It's a sea change, really, because a headshot kills them, whereas a body shot does not. And if you hit them in the body and they hit in your head, you're down. And I'd be honest, I've not yet been able to do very well. I mean, I've got killing sprees and stuff, but I've not yet come out, even in the top 3 of the server, because it's a totally different tactic. You have to literally aim totally different. You have to go for the headshot every time. And I haven't quite got to grip, so I've only started playing the last few days with my daughter. But so that's a bit of tactics for Roblox for any of you gamers out there. Look, if you can recommend some better games, I know Roblox isn't top of the graphics list. I'd love to hear some better games. Shout out to Danny, he's recommended the new Harry Potter game, which I don't think has even come out yet, but you showed me the trailer. It looks very good, very good. Give that a whirl. Why not? Bit of Expelliarmus, bit of Avada Kedavra. It's all good. But yeah, basic tactics.